Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. And I'm Father Steve Sellers, and this is Dot, my rescue puppy, almost 8 months old. And this is our brief daily message of hope. And Dot's going to go chew on her little bones for a minute. Last night I started another round of confirmation classes at church and had over 60 high school students come to that, and it's always a daunting task for me to talk to that age group. I can think of nothing more important that I'd rather do, but it's so amazing to me that the world that they are living in now, the typical high school student, junior high, high school, young college students, is a scary place to live, and it's dark, and it's foreboding to many of them. Most of them come from difficult situations, as we all do when you get right down to it, because the world is a difficult place. It always has been for people of faith. When we remember, though, that we are walking a different path than most of the world is, those of us who believe in God and hold fast to the rule of compassion, of being kind and generous towards others, even more than we are, normally toward ourselves, putting the needs of others over our own. That's a different path than most of the world is on, which is out to take and grab and get and hold and keep. It's a different path. And I was thinking of a song that came out in 1968 by a Scottish band called Marmalade. A song called Reflections of My Life. That has a line in it that said, the world is a bad place, a sad place, a terrible place to live, but I don't want to die. And so that was going through my mind last night as I was sharing with this wonderful group of students. They were very attentive. I start off by talking about how God has made a major investment in them, so much so that God has arranged to be with them every day of their life and to walk with them and accompany them. And how most of the trouble we have in life is when we forget that. We suffer from amnesia every day. And we're tempted to do that by the enemy who still prowls around the world. And I talked about Satan last night and the temptations that Satan is going to hurl at them, because Satan is still trying to make deals with us, to compromise on our values, to walk a little different path, to listen to some different things, to do things that we know deep down inside are harmful to ourselves and to those around us. Yes, the world is a sad place and a bad place and a terrible place, but the light of Christ shines in the world today, more powerful than any darkness that any of us will ever overcome, because the light shines in the darkness. And the darkness, according to John 1, verse 5, cannot overcome it. So the good news today, at the beginning of this long weekend, the first full weekend in November, is to know that we are on the side of the light and the truth and the hope. And the law of compassion reigns in our heart, because we have a God who is compassionate to us. We're called to be compassionate to others. And please pray for high school students today and junior high students, and indeed all the students today. It's a hard world they're growing up in, and they need to have that light of Christ with them. And the truth is, that light is already with them. God bless you, and I hope to see you here again tomorrow. Have a blessed day today.